Hello everyone, welcome to Yuka's Shonto channel. Today I want to show the air show I went to yesterday. It's Saturday. I went to Abbotsford air show in Abbotsford airport, which is if there is no traffic, it's like 50 minutes or 1 hour drive from the place I live. If it's traffic when after the air show start, then it's like 4 hours because the traffic gets crazy. Anyway, I went there for volunteer, and then so I just wanted to make a quick video introducing how the air show is like, and also my experience as a volunteer, which is I have so many things I want to talk about. That's one of the reasons I'm going to make this video. But anyway, actually I went this air show like twice before, many years ago, and then last year it was great, especially the first time. It was the first time air show that I ever been, and it was an amazing experience. So many planes, and it's huge. It's about like $20 or $25 for one day, which is not too expensive. So it's really good, and I had a really nice time. There is other small air show. If you live in Vancouver, you can go. One was Pitts Meadow air show. I went there just to see how it's like. It was a great too. It's much smaller, but it's more like family friendly, like kind of atmosphere. It's really good. And also Boundary Airport air show I went to. I did a volunteer too. It was really great. And then just because that volunteer experience was great, and I also I wanted to, because I'm gonna do the job hunting, that it's good to have some experience as a volunteer on my resume, So I applied for it, but this time, it's just one of the worst volunteer experience I ever had. I don't know how you guys think about it, so I just thought maybe it's good to talk about. And so the story is negative, but then all the video I shoot, not much because I was kind of busy, not really busy, but I'm not really good photographer. I didn't shoot any great pictures or anything, but hope you can enjoy some view about the air show. There isn't many things going on, but I only took a few. But anyway, let me start. So the volunteer, after I actually applied for setup and a cleanup crew, but the information I got, the position was president area. It's the area that the people pay for really a lot of money. It's $175 per person, which is crazy. But the people want to get the special seat, and then eating and drinking is for free. That's all the area. I got the volunteer opportunity in that area, and all the message. Oh, it's loud. Those are snowbirds, Canadian snowbirds. It's cool. Anyway, the information I got was 6:30 a.m. I have to be there. Volunteer probably finish at 6:30 p.m. And dress code was just appropriate for the appropriate clothes, and don't forget the earplug and sunburn. It's kind of information. So last time when I did a volunteer, I got free t-shirts, and then I wear yoga pants or jeans, and then just rough that I can move around. So this time I did the same. I wear yoga pants, and then that's the t-shirts, and I brought my earplug and then sunscreen and then hat that avoids sunshine. And when I left my house was 5:10, because I don't know how long does it take, but I want to be on time. So I arrived Abbotsford 6:15. So I know we have to be there by 6:30, but the older gate was closed, and we couldn't get in. So I called the organizer. There's a name, so I'm not sure should I. Well, anyway, I call her organizer, and she pick up, and I said, "Hi, hello, I'm doing volunteer today, and I'm supposed to be there 6:30, but the the entrance is closed. So do you know how can I get there? And she was like, who are you? Who's calling? So I was like, oh, I'm sorry, my name is Yuka, blah blah. But like initially I saw like maybe like I don't need to, well, I don't know, but I saw like it's not really nice way that she just said like, who are you? But anyway, and she was kind of sounds upset that I called her early in the morning, and I explained, and she was like, what's your name? Like, I don't have your name on my list. Wait, well, I sent a message to everyone to come 7:30 because like we need a people from like 8. So like 6:30, like I think no one get here at 6:30. And I was like, I exactly have the message but I didn't say like, oh, okay. And then she just say like, just go Tim Horton 1 hour and then come back. And I was like, I didn't argue. I was like, oh, okay, and I hung up. But I was just really kind of upset because, well, that's the message I got, and how she told me was rude. I searched Tim Horton. It's a coffee shop, and then the closest to Tim Horton was 25 kilometers away. So I was like, no way, I'm not gonna go. So I just stay in a car, kill the time 1 hour, and I went in. And then when they open the gate, I get there, and then there is two people like checking our name. And then after they check my name, like it's first time for me. I don't know, like it's huge airport. I don't know where to go. And they said like, okay, you can go. And I was like, where should I go? And then they said like, oh, just over there. Like people are just gathering. So all the people are gathering, the volunteer people. I went there, and everybody don't know what to do. But like someone like come last year, and then they like the guy guided us like, oh, maybe we can just go to the other area. We went there, and then like so many random people just had no idea like where they, because we all have a different position. And then some other girls are asking to other guys like providing a drink and stuff, like, hey, like I'm this position, but I don't know where to go. And then he was like, oh, I'm not in charge of these things, like I don't know. So everybody kind of like wondering where to go. And I found the place that I supposed to be, and then I get in. Then there is a girl that I talk in the morning, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to like send a message like 6:30. I'm sure I sent everybody like 7:30, but you know, like maybe like airshow site did something wrong and I sent the wrong message, which is, I don't know like if it's true, but I didn't say like anything. I was like, oh, it's okay. And she just like, oh, like because I went with my roommate, and then like he didn't know anything, like me and he got the exact same message about the dress code. And I asked like, so I'm not exactly sure what we have to do today. And she said like, oh, it's like serving and bathing, like serve and bathing. So like, oh, like do you have any clothes? And then I was like, no, like did you get the dress code message, right? And I was like, no. Oh, we get a message about like ear protections and hat and stuff. So I wrote those stuff, and she said like, no, like you need to be like appropriate clothes as a server. And I'm like, oh, what is appropriate? And then rest of us, like everybody wear like, the girls wearing a skirt and the guy wear like pants and nice shirts. We never get the message. And then she's like, oh, you didn't get the message. And then like, so where you guys live? Can you go back and change? Which is like, no way. Because we spend over almost 1 hour, and then like spend gas. Like, well, we have to go home and change. You didn't send a message us about the dress code. And then she was like, oh, it's fine. Like if you can do the server, you can do the bazaar. Like for us, it's like, okay, we can do the cleanup, no problem. But like the attitude was really bad. And then she said like, okay, if your bazaar, it's not like the other girl is gonna taking care of, so you go there and then just follow her, you know. And then we went to the other girls like and asked her what should we do, and it was just terrible. Like she was like, oh no, yeah, like once the time come and we're gonna call you, like we grab the container and then just to get the plate, because those area is like rich people eat and enjoy the show. And then so we just, what do we do, like clean up the table, like empty cans, bottles and dishes, keep doing those. And I was like, okay. But the until even the time come, no one's come to us, and I was like, maybe we should do something. And I asked someone and grab the container and then collecting the plate, because we had nothing to do. We came there like 6:30, starting 7:30, and until 6:30 we can't just like stand and doing nothing. So we are collecting plates, and then just on and on and on. And then we realized the other volunteer having a breakfast, and I was like, can we get a breakfast? And they're like, sure. Oh, but they already cleaned up, so no one tell us that there is a breakfast and we can have. So we missed the breakfast, and then we're like, what the fuck, right? But the other volunteer saying, oh, don't worry, like 12:30 is like lunchtime, we can have. So we're like, okay, we shouldn't miss the lunch because we're hungry. And then around the lunchtime, of course, the customers start eating lunch, so we are clean up. And then also I realized that other volunteers start eating. So I'm like, hey, like we should eat too. Like we don't want to miss the lunch. And then it's so weird because there's supposed to be some organizer like tell us, hey, like you can go lunch, because we don't know nothing. And then I know it's hard to organize, and it's just like, a bunch of like new people there and don't know how things work, but we are willing work so hard, and it's just so wrong. I felt it's so wrong. And anyway, like I just left my work and I just went to eat, and then I saw some other people drinking some beverage too. So like I asked other volunteer, is that volunteer allowed to grab some drink? And she said, yeah, sure, just grab anything you want. I brought my water, but it's like sit there for a long time, and it's like room temperature. And if the other people are drinking some pop, I wanted to drink some pop. And I asked her, right? And then she said, like, grab anything you want. So I went to the drink sections and then tried to grab the drink. And then there's a guy, he said like, hey, what are you doing? So I said, oh, can I have some drink? And he said like, no, volunteer cannot have a drink, just water, grab water over there. And I'm like, okay. But I was so embarrassed because he looked at me like I'm like stealing a drink. And what, I don't know, like, it's just all the behavior that other people treat me was like really bad. Not only me, but to my roommate too. It's like, and well, we pretty felt terrible that day because, like, first of all, like the time was wrong, dress code was, we didn't get any message. And I don't mind we cannot get a drink. I can't drink, like we can only drink water. I don't mind, but how it should be equal, right? Like I didn't understand why the other people were like drinking and why I can't. Even other people were like eating ice cream that they're giving to the customer, but I didn't even want to ask. I mean, it just feels so like, I don't know. I thought even like a racist because all the other people was like Caucasian and we are just two of us like Asian. But I don't know what the reason is. And what else? Oh, and it's a tiny thing, but like when I was cleaning up, there is like one customer asking me like a butter, like small butter or margarine to put on her corn, that she was eating corn, and I was like, oh, can I get a butter? And I said, oh, sure, like I saw in the morning they like butter, the free butters, like I can get one. And then I went to inside and I was looking for the butter, like I couldn't find, and I was just looking around, and then there is a chef. He was like, hey, who are you? And I was surprised, like, oh, like I'm doing volunteer. I have a name tag, so it's obvious. And I just say like, I'm doing volunteer today, and then the customer asked butter. So I saw in the morning like, could you tell me where it is? And he was like, no butter for the customer. That's it. I was like, oh, okay. And then there's the other guy, like, oh, like, I saw in the morning, I can help you find it. But he was like, hey, no butter. And I was like, okay, I don't know why that, but the point is, I can tell the customer, like, hey, like, I couldn't give it to you or whatever. But the thing is, like, how people talk, I believe that the who are you it's not really a polite way, right? It's just like you can ask, like, hey, like, do you need help? Or, excuse me, but may I ask, what are you doing here? Like, what your position? Or, like, you just, including the lady who answered the phone, it's like, who are you? And the guy said, who are you? It's just, I don't know, like, how can be so aggressive? Or and all day I felt terrible that I really wanted to leave, but I know it's not really like mature that to just leave the volunteer, that I stay in the end and finish clean up and then left. But I really, like, I never want to work for them. I never want to do volunteer for the Abbotsford air show, and I don't even feel like I don't want to go. Like, I really liked it before, and the show is amazing. A lots of fun. Customers are really nice to me, and the people enjoy. But it was really wrong, or like, it's just a sad day that I had, and I just wanted to share my experience as usual, or more like my complaints. But yeah, I think that's all. Hope you, I don't know, maybe you don't enjoy, but enjoy the video, view. And yeah, that's it. The last airplanes, those are snowbirds. I really like to watch them. And yeah. One thing after this volunteer experience in my mind is, I never really had any like experience, like, people were not nice to me or like mean to me, especially like how to say, like, it's racism, like judgmental. And I'm not sure if this one was that, but after I graduated my school, I was thinking to go to like countryside up north or something, because in Vancouver it's so competitive, hard to get a job. And then there's always chance if I go countryside or super cold place. And then last time I was talking to Justin, my friend, he was saying it's good, but if you go those areas, maybe you will have bad experience, because those people are not used to many international or like Asians. They still have like judgment, and some people are racist, and I hope you don't have those like bad experience. And I was like, oh, should be fine. But after this experience, I kind of feel scared, because if this happened in my workplace, and it's gonna be such a huge stress and definitely make me feel really down. So, I don't know, like, every experience is good and give me opportunity to think about it. But yeah, I think that's all my thought today, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.